And welcome everybody to a special episode with Panic Pun and Friends. Are we gonna call it that, guys? That sounds really bad.
Yeah, why not?
Panic Pun and Pals.
Panic Pals, the motion picture. Panic Pals, the motion picture.
So me and my two friendly friends of friends here.
We're so friendly.
Please introduce yourself,
Friendly,
boys. Who are you?
friendly. I don't have a name.
I do.
But I'm that guy. Oh, okay.
He's that guy.
He's that guy. I'm Quincy. I'm his friend of color. Nice to meet you.
And then we have a friend of mine that's been around for a while. He's been on YouTube longer than most of us. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hello everybody.
He's got a rapport.
I got a lot of names in the past years. I've been known as Anime Schmanime, been known as The Riff, and now recently been taking renounced in the new Phantom Reviewer. Been reviewing horror movies and weird films. Whatever you got suggestions for it, give it to me down below there. And I don't mean that in a sexual reference. I don't mean it like that, kids.
Why
It'll
not?
be all right.
Why
you know
not?
what? Only for certain ladies, but they got to be of the right age, obviously. But
There we go. There we go.
We got to clarify that, kids.
Yeah.
But yes, but also you can call me Mike. So there you go.
Well, we all thought it'd be fun. Well, since this whole thing, quarantine and all that stuff, like movies are being canceled. The one movie we all wanted to talk about was Godzilla vs. King Kong that's going to come out at the end of this year.
The bomb dickiniest.
Oh, yeah.
So we thought, like, hey, let's do a podcast. And then Mike was like, hey, I'd like to do that. I'd be like, fuck you, all right.
I would love to.
And so we said, let's do
There was
it.
a lot of fucking involved. This is a fuck you, fuck this, fucking phonics. It was a lot of fucking.
So I said, like,
Hooked on fucking phonics.
Phonics.
I want that ebonics. That's what I want. I want to learn that.
Learn the streets.
Remember Reagan tried to do,
like
Godzilla
turned up the streets of Japan for like
That's right.
70 plus years.
It's like, don't call it a comeback. I've been in for years. Fucking my
Exactly.
band.
So we thought it'd be a fun... Oh, wait, what? Go on.
No, go ahead. No, I was gonna say, who's gonna do a remix to that finally? With Godzilla.
Oh, damn. With the LL Cool J, let's just say.
Listen, I don't want a 90s version of Godzilla, okay?
Oh, you don't want that Puff
Cool J.
Daddy remix? You don't want that P Diddy remix?
God.
Yeah, come with me.
I think his name is Little Sean Combs now.
Oh, really? Is it that one now? He's just like he's branding it more than he ever branded it before. He's like, I'm gonna make it less names into just vowels.
What was it?
Yeah.
All right, Quincy. I really hate to put you out there, but what was he originally started off as? It was Puff Daddy, then P Diddy, then Diddy.
Puff Daddy, Puff Sean Combs, P Diddy, Papa Diddy, Papa John's Diddy Don.
and then eventually went under the name Master P. Oh wait, that's another guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's another guy. No.
So
he made him say,
Yeah.
Boys, we gotta get back on track.
Yes. We gotta get on track. You're right.
So anyway, we thought it'd be a good idea just to do like a special let's talk about Godzilla episode because we all like Godzilla.
All right, let's do this.
So, we can't really.
Shall we start?
Let's start off by saying this. Me and Quincy in no way are experts at this. Oh, Mechagodzilla 2.
Oh, hey, cool.
He just showed up in the game.
I recently just started Godzillaing, so forgive me for my inaccuracies.
No worries, that is why I am here.
So as of right now, I'm playing the Godzilla game while my friends will be talking about their Godzilla movies and history will be done with Mike, because Mike is better at this than any of us.
I am the Godzilla historian here. I hope that I can at least help in any way I can.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
All right. So, okay, I guess we might as well start with the first one, obviously, known as, in Japan, as Gojira, which, interesting enough, Gojira, spelled Gojira. And the thing is, the interesting thing about this, them calling it that, is the Gojira, the name Gojira is a combination of the two words for whale.
What? Mike? Mike, we're losing you.
Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
What were you saying again?
Oh, sorry. What I was saying is that the name for Gojira is a combination of the two Japanese words for gorilla and whale.
Really?
Interesting.
That's weird.
It is. And another rumor as to why they called the monster Gojira is because there was a big tough guy that was working at Toho Studios at the time. They're like, you know what? We should name our monster after him. And to be honest, if that was the case, I'd be fucking proud of that. I'd be like,
hell yeah.
I'd be like,
you could honor me a better way to make me one of the most famous kaiju
monsters of ever all time in history and everything.
You could talk to a baby freshly born. I bet they could tell you who Godzilla is.
Oh yeah, like Godzilla's like.
You know who that fire-breathing monster that just destroyed our car, honey?
Godzilla. From 2022 to 2025 is going to be all baby's first words are Godzilla now.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Kaiju fan in the making, kids.
I know, right?
Just like you, Quincy. We're gonna make it.
Oh, thanks.
No problem, man. We're gonna get you there, kids. All right. Now, for the first film, it's actually a lot more serious. This film is an allegory.
Oh, this is
for
a
the
film.
Nuclear...
Like this isn't just stupid.
This is actually a film. This is a allegory for nuclear testing in the Pacific. Like
a giant PSA, pretty much.
Basically, but it's
kind of like
more. Yeah, it's even more darker. Actually, than it's the darkest Godzilla movie.
Yo, guys, I just did some stuff in the game that I have no idea.
Oh. I touched things. I never thought
happened.
Things happened, and I was not responsible.
God damn it! I think I failed. God damn it!
You were not Zilla-sponsible.
No, I needed to destroy the reactors.
Oh, that's always fun. And
it sounds like that. It sounds right up Godzilla's alley, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
so
like, I hate you guys. I hate you, radioactive producers.
Yeah, like you were talking about the first movie was talking about just that, right?
Exactly. And that's a good time. Good job there, Mr. Panic Pun. I like that. That was a good segue there.
I need to do.
But an interesting thing is the movie was probably it was one of the most important films in Japan because of what it represented. And eventually, when we got in the States, we did a few things. We did a few changes. What we did is that we edited out a lot of the allegory stuff. It was still kind of kept in there, but it felt more like a 1950s B movie when we re-edited it for American audiences. And and on top of that, we added Raymond Burr, who you may, if you ever watched like Perry Mason, or he was the main villain, then there you go. He was the star there, who's basically the onlooker. He's like, I cannot believe what has just happened. Now it seems Tokyo has no defense, and he was just narrating whatever the hell was happening for people who just couldn't follow that. I guess I don't know, but he was a big part of that, and they renamed it Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and the trailers were absolutely they were a lot of fun, especially the American ones, where it's just when those old school trailers that say nuclear power at its finest, thrilled at the it was very much like that. And
I do love the old timey advertisement.
I do too. It's like words flying at the screen is an old trap that cannot be beat.
All in Technicolor.
And widescreen, a monster screen vision or something.
Yeah, it's always something crazy where it just draws you in. Yeah, I love it.
I do too, and I think it is very much. Either way you put it, if you watch the original Japanese, you're going to get a very darker allegory film, and I think it's probably one of the most important, obviously the most important, and it's the one that started it all. Might as well go to that, check it out. And all I can say is that it's got a slow burn, but it's worth it. It's worth it to see Godzilla destroy Tokyo.
Like the Hitchcock of it's like the Citizen Kane of monsters.
There you go. Or the Kaiju universe. It's the one that started it all, baby.
So that was good.
Yeah.
Like this and it definitely started like a whole wave because once we got
genre.
Godzilla, then we got Gamera, which was like trying to be to take a slice of that kaiju monster.
Of that pie.
Yeah, right.
Well, even before that, Toho was like, you know what? We have these fun monsters. We have this good monster. He's making money for us. What else can we create? We got Rodan. We got some of that Rodan, supersonic speeds, destroying cities at full supersonic invasions and whatnot, just going over bridges and cities and just knock them down by full-on speed, and it's just like
and it's interesting how they did it back then, because it was just costumes. It was just giant foam rubber costumes, you know.
Yeah. And the thing that is actually kind of interesting is that when the original Godzilla was being made, the producer Tomoyuki Tanaka, or as I call him, Godzilla's father, or as Joel Schumacher said about Bob Kane, this is Batman's father. This is Tomoyuki Tanaka is Godzilla's father. He's the guy who's like, all right, I'm going to create this. I want to create a monster movie. I've seen the original King Kong, was very inspired by that, and he saw the 1955-56 film, or maybe it was even earlier than that, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, and it's actually a really good one. That's a really good one. And he's like, what if I combined a story that involved nuclear testing that awoken a creature, and have him have sort of a sympathy for this creature. Oh no, you got this! You gotta believe in it. You gotta believe in the heart of the kaiju.
Yeah.
It's time.
Godzilla and you put his Warren. Boom. There you go. God. Whole new series.
He's got his Crap-O-Matic 5000 on his fucking sleeves.
Mechagodzilla's second form is like super fucking tough.
He also floats a lot, and he's got big thighs, just like the real Godzilla.
That's exactly what he is.
He's the leg guy.
He's like, I've been getting really bummed. Honey, I can't even walk today. Why? Why don't you do your upper son? I can't. I made of fucking metal. How am I supposed to upgrade unless I get rebuilt? God damn it! All right, so moving on from that.
Oh no.
we got Godzilla Raids Again, which is basically the first film, believe it or not, the first film to have Godzilla go up against another monster. And who's that monster? Who his soon-to-be friend, Anguirus, or Anguillus, whatever you prefer. Anguirus, usually it's Anguillus,
it's weird.
But whatever.
It's like, who
it
knows
really
what
is.
Yeah.
But he's basically a mutated...
Quincy saw Anguirus for the first time, like, today, probably.
Oh, you saw him in Mechagodzilla.
Was that the,
He's
the one that woke up the,
No, that's King Caesar.
No, King Caesar, no. Who woke up Mechagodzilla?
Nobody woke up Mechagodzilla.
No, he just kind of was.
Anguirus.
No, in the beginning of the movie, there's a monster under the water, and it roars, and then it explodes, and then it becomes Mechagodzilla was there, and then they introduced Godzilla a little bit later.
Actually, Anguirus wasn't underwater. He was in a misty sort of
I think he's saying Mechagodzilla got Mechagodzilla in.
It was
Godzilla
a creature
form.
that looked like an armadillo with spikes.
Yeah,
that's
Anguirus.
Yeah, that's Anguirus.
Yeah, dude was in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, that's how it began.
He was like shouting, and then eventually there was an explosion, but they didn't specify that it was Mechagodzilla per se. It didn't really go into that.
It's kind of weird because sometimes the American versions will kind of get things messed up.
Yeah, cut things out of stuff.
Yeah, they don't really care at the time. They treated this as
this is money, this extra cash.
The only way that they actually edit out only things that were allotted the time, and
God,
there's a good example. I'll use a good example down the road. You just beat him? Very nice. Very nice.
I'm just getting used to this game now, but I can't believe the 1964 Godzilla is the strongest
son of a bitch. But that fight, the sequel, Godzilla, it's called Godzilla Raids Again, and it's an alright follow-up. It's very clunky. It seems a little more rushed. The costumes don't look as good. Anguirus looks really bad, but gets better down towards the late 60s and 70s. He looks a lot better then, but it was an alright follow-up. And here's a weird thing. They translated it in America to Gigantus the Fire Monster, which I don't understand how that got lost in translation from Godzilla Raids Again to Gigantus the Fire Monster. I'm like, really?
They probably had different translators for each movie, so maybe they weren't expressing for the Japanese or not.
I'd be like, you're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Totally. Totes.
Oh, But and then that ends with Godzilla being, bombed into an iceberg, and then that leads on to King Kong versus Godzilla, which Quincy, you did see that. So
yes, I did.
Well, we're not gonna talk about that right now. Well, I mean, I kind of want to save that as my personal favorite because that. Well, then just fuck it. All right, guys, we should talk about Godzilla. All right, so yeah, Godzilla was on a hiatus.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden, King Kong vs. Godzilla comes out, and this is like when King Kong had a few like movies, not like
two since then.
Yeah,
it was King Kong and Son of Kong.
Yeah,
there was a Son of Kong kid.
Now this one, I didn't know existed until like I was like maybe like 10 years old, and found it on VHS, and I thought it was just like whatever. And it turned out to be what it was. It's King Kong versus Godzilla. They even say, "Oh, King Kong." But they don't go to Skull Island. It's like some other island.
It's called Faroe Island.
Yeah, Faroe Island.
It's not the same Kong.
I still think they should have just redubbed it.
Skull Island.
But what was interesting about this movie was originally something else. It was like what was it, Mike? It was like Godzilla versus Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, I see how it first started out. Okay, yeah. It was actually originally supposed to be Godzilla versus Frankenstein. They were going to have Godzilla versus a more amped up, more giant Frankenstein. And what actually happened with that, believe it or not, they did make a giant Frankenstein monster, but it was called Frankenstein Conquers the World. And it was a monster made up of different body parts and was mutated to, giant size. Yeah. And he fought another monster called Baragon, who's like a burrower kind of monster. He's got like bat wings. He looks like a
got bat wings dog. For like ears.
Yeah, he's like a lizard that has like a Pekingese dog face, and he's got like flat ears. If you look him up, he's Baragon. It's funny because Gamera had a Baragon, but they spelled it differently or some shit.
Yeah, Barugan.
Oh, Baru. Yeah, that's a big fucking.
Describe the monster. What does Barugan look like?
Yeah, please.
Oh, he looks like a little lizard, and he's got like a horn, and he shoots out rainbows out of his back gills.
Yeah.
Wait, this is real?
No, don't forget.
It's not a fever dream.
His tongue comes out. No, his tongue comes out like. His tongue comes out like a punching...
Like aliens. Aliens, like xenomorph. It's like... And it shoots out like freeze rays and stuff. It's like... What? This is from Gamera. This is from Gamera, not Godzilla. We'll talk about Gamera another time if you want to.
Okay. Why not?
Gamera is a strange case. And you can watch the Gamera movies on YouTube, believe it or not. You can watch all of them.
Really?
Yeah, they're that cheap.
They're practically
so
giving them away.
Oh, they are. Oh my god, you have no idea.
Now, Gamera apparently got better.
It did,
but then again, like the Godzilla films got better too because it was like, oh hey, we're gonna change it up. Like even though it's like suits and stuff still.
Mm-hmm. Like more budget, more explosions,
right? Like they'll get to like when Godzilla shoots his breath, like you'll see the wind of the trees move instead of it being like a stale tree. They'll get like shots of like,
whoa,
yeah,
like it'd be movement, it'd be lively. Right. Looks good.
Right. So
very animated.
Godzilla vs. Kong movie just starts off. Godzilla breaking out of the ice. Like Quincy said in an old video or an old podcast, he's like, doesn't Godzilla always break out of the ice? I'm like, well, no, just that one movie that I remember.
He comes out of the ocean. He comes out of the ocean alive, and not the...
I know he's always water-based, but I feel it was every time I usually see him, he's ice, except for, like, the first one?
No, he doesn't come out of the ice.
No, he doesn't come out of the ice in that one. He comes out of the ocean.
He gets iced, but he doesn't come out of it.
Oh, good one. Good one. Oh my god.
So the movie's about basically like Godzilla's just fucking up Japan again, like usual.
Yeah.
And they need something to fight him. So they're like, oh well, there's a monster on didn't they say there's like a monster on I'm calling it Skull Island. I don't give a shit. But
I don't care. It's called Faroe Island in the movie. I'm calling it Skull Island. Faroe Island.
So anyway, they go to this island.
Yeah, did like some company want to grab it and
a pharmaceutical.
A pharmaceutical wanted to bury,
pharmaceutical
right?
company said, yeah, they're like, okay, It's boring out there. We need some publicity. The news is terrible. Nobody watches it. We need something for our pharmaceutical, advertisements.
Hey guys,
what are
this
we gonna
might
do?
be a two-parter.
Let's get
I'm
our
just
own
giving
monster.
you a heads up.
That's fine. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna try to make it quick. But so they go and I forgot his name. I can't remember the guy. The guy who looks like a Japanese Groucho
Marx.
Groucho Marx. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
He knew exactly what you're talking about. That's hilarious.
I got you. I got you.
I got you.
You want to get yourself a giant monster? Going on the island over there. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But he and he's like, he was so fed up with Godzilla. He's fuck Godzilla. Give me that King Kong. Give me it over right now.
Give me all that King Kong, baby.
Give me that King Kong, dude.
So I need to talk about a few things in this film, all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I brought it up to Quincy countless times. One, that poor octopus.
Yeah, what did he do?
Well, he decided he didn't want to become Kenshi, and he's just like,
it's not my fault. It's not our fault that little like Amazon Kenny decided to run inside of a fucking
Amazon Kenny. God damn it.
Yeah, Quincy.
God damn it.
No, we need to tell Quincy about Kenny.
Oh, okay. You want to know about Kenny? Kenny's also in the Gamera movies. Okay, so this is a little term that we Godzilla fans like to use for the annoying kids with the short shorts and they yell the monsters saying, Gamera! You say that!
Oh,
or
God.
Godzilla! It's Godzilla! We called them Kenny. Despite whatever they're called in the movie, that is our nickname for them.
Okay,
Kenny.
why is
if
that?
It's a kid in short... Because it's just cuz.
No,
it's like,
I think because there's a kid in one of the movies named Kenny.
that was called Kenny. You're right. And then we're like, you know
Is
what?
it Godzilla's Revenge?
Oh no! In Godzilla's Revenge, his name was
Benny.
God damn it! It didn't. Yeah, we'll just call him because that kid was. Oh god, that kid was just really annoying too. But in Godzilla vs Megalon, it's Roxxon. So
Roxxon?
What?
Roxxon, Roxxoff.
Hey, Ping Pong, come here.
That's the one with that weird dolphin toy boat, right?
That was the writing. Oh yeah, because the two brothers in there were inventor, or one of them was an inventor. Anyway, sorry, but we'll get back to Godzilla vs Megalon.
Yeah. We'll get back to that. All right, so I want to talk about like that poor octopus. He just got fucked. But that berry juice must be really good. I kind of want to try some. Did anybody else?
It was King Kong's crunk juice.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Don't sit there and tell me that when you saw that, you didn't want to taste.
Oh yeah,
that shit looks like Kool-Aid times 12 on the sugar.
That's
factor.
what I was gonna say. I want some of that Kool-Aid. I want to take that Kool-Aid.
Now in the movie, that they need to get. How do you think they get Kong off the island into Japan to fight Godzilla? What do they do?
Okay.
Well, Kong needs to drink this juice, this berry juice, this fucking delicious ass shit. That it is like, what's it called? What is that shit kids would mix Sprite
Kool-Aid quenchers.
What do they
lean?
mix? Lean. It's lean.
It's King Kong promethazine.
That shit Lil Wayne drank that gave him seizures.
Robitussin?
Yeah, from Robo.
I was just, you know what's funny,
like
Quincy? I was just.
Robitussin.
Hold on a second. Like, a mutual friend of ours posted a Lil Wayne album as his like number 1 of 10 songs or bands albums he likes. And I even said like, "Yo, me and Quincy were just talking about this guy because you were having like a panic attack that he was gonna die." And he's like, "Yo, man, he was just having seizures all weekend. He's drinking whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, well, at least he's done." He's like, "He didn't stop."
Yeah, he never stopped.
What?
It ain't over for him. It's over for him. Not yet, baby.
Oprah.
Mike, from what I've learned from listening to podcasts with like rappers, SoundCloud rappers that come on, you just need to do stupid shit to get popular.
Apparently. And
I mean, like, Slick and 6ix9ine, he snitched on everybody, and now he's calling everybody dumb and stupid. He's gonna die. He's gonna get murdered.
It's inevitable. At that point, it's the inevitable.
All right, so, next review. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, okay.
So anyway, in how they get Kong off the island, he drinks the berry juice. He's supposed to go sleepy. How does he go to sleep? Well, the best soothing music I can think of. This fucking tribal... Oh my god. Quincy, you and I need to talk about this really quick. That dancing.
It's like a tribal drum and bass that had this weird dance to it.
Not dance.
You gotta do the shoulders. You gotta work your shoulders with it. You gotta work your shoulders. Head your head, palm your head down. Work the shoulders.
They're shimmying their shoulders, and this scary music you would hear in Temple of Doom while you're getting your heart ripped out. That's
here hot, King Kong. Come here hot.
Right. So it puts him to sleep. They bring Kong to the island, and what do? They just drop him in. And what happens? Kong wakes up. He just wakes up. He was just sleeping on an island after fighting an octopus. Now he wakes up and he has to fight a lizard that breathes radioactive fire. Can you imagine?
Before that happened, he had explosives on a raft that basically got shot and blew him up. And then he's like, "I'm wet and my nipples are really hard. Why is that?"
Why is this a wet t-shirt contest all over again?
He's like, "Yeah, I'm the winner." Okay, I gotta go find Godzilla. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, and that's okay. And then what happens in the first fight? Dude, Godzilla just breathes fire on him, and that's it. And he just walks away. Yeah.
Rocks were thrown.
Dude, okay, in any other fucking situation, if you brought a monster from another fucking island to help fight another monster, and the first fight, he just walks away.
Yeah.
You let another monster loose in this fucking... We don't even know if Kong's, like, dangerous, right?
Nope.
So, but what was it?
Guilty until proven innocent.
They put Kong to sleep. So the movie is literally just King Kong vs. Godzilla. There's a subplot of people, like most of these films. Like there's always like plot B, people.
And they want something. They want something in plot B, monster. There we go. Ends in plot C, disaster.
Yeah, and you know what's even better is
that's usually the formula.
I like that formula equation.
Yeah.
What's even better is like the second fight does get better. Like the second fight, it's good.
Yeah, it gives it some root. It gives me something to entertainingly look at. Because that first one would just hurt.
Oh God, yeah, that first 45 minutes of the movie is kind of a like the Kong fighting the octopus.
You ever your butt so hard? You actually sat in like margarita salt.
I like the real and Mike's answer.
Margarita Bill.
Yeah.
Did you hear the real and Mike's answer?
You ever just goof a shot at tequila?
You know,
it felt like that.
Well, I think what was really good about the build-up of King Kong vs. Godzilla is that we have all these set pieces that are building up to them meeting, and I think the way they handled it was fine because the pacing wasn't too bad. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. It could have been Godzilla vs. Violente, which we'll get to that eventually.
Oh my God! I mean, we'll mention it, but that's a slow.
Yeah, we'll mention movie. It. That is a very slow burn, and so eventually King Kong goes to Donkey Kong court because we're gonna like kangaroo court. It's Donkey Kong court. Now it's like the people's court for kaiju, and then he's like, they're like, you have been charged for going on top of the Emperor's building while carrying a woman, and we're going to shoot like these bombs at you with the sleepy, berry juice and whatnot, and then you're going to fall off said building, and we're going to use this ridiculous subplot of getting this wire that's stronger than steel to carry your ass back to Mount Fuji.
Yeah, that stupid fucking that thing they bring up
really?
In 1 second.
Sure.
They talked about it for 30 seconds, and it was the main point of the film, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wire stronger than steel. Just watch this. We're testing it out. And okay, yeah. Wait, you're not Tarzan. I would have said Spider-Man, but whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, copyright infringement.
Who knows?
I guess Tarzan was more popular in the United States to dub over than Spider-Man, I guess, but whatever. Whatever. Horseshit.
Right.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But altogether, that last fight, I every time I watch it,
I just love the tree getting crammed down Godzilla's throat.
That's what it was. And he just blows it out, and it's like, oh, he burnt my nipples, Godzilla. Damn it.
Can I just ask
a
question? Why is Godzilla magnetized?
Are we gonna bring? We're already gonna jump into this film.
Why does he do crank?
Well, let's just say that Well, I'll get to that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I promise.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's a fun fight. It's so worth the reputation that it has. It is at that time was the biggest box office win for both Universal as well as Toho at that time. So it's a very essential movie in the Godzilla franchise. It is the one that started it to where Godzilla. Let's see what other monsters he can go up against, and let's see if we can win big at the box office.
Oh boy, did they give us a bunch of monsters!
Oh, they did, and
they're like, throw it at us. What you got?
All right, the next one, giant moth. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh so God, Mothra. Speaking of, I'm fighting her right now.
Oh, that little bitch! Mothra? I mean, very beautiful thing.
Mothra.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Mothra's
dude, Mothra.
Quincy. All right, no, Quincy. Mothra is big in Japan. For some reason, this
well, the female audience
thing,
is mostly
this
obviously.
fucking monster has had a lot more movies than Gamera. And Gamera's
no, that's not entirely true.
That's been in a lot more movies than Gamera.
Been a lot more. But here's the thing, mostly with Godzilla, but then there's some where she does have her own solo movies. And her first film, Mothra, was actually in 1961, so it was a year before King Kong versus Godzilla. So
Crazy.
They had their own cinematic universe building up. They had Rodan in 1956 or 57, somewhere after that. Then they had Mothra in 1961, which all that was building up to eventually having Mothra go up against Godzilla, because the next one after King Kong versus Godzilla is Mothra versus Godzilla, where Godzilla is still a villain. He's still a villain at this point. And Mothra is basically the queen of the kaijus, if you will, if you want to call her that. So, and
I mean, I feel like now she is.
Yeah, more so. But back then she was just I am this mystical creature that has been taken in by a greedy businessman, and now I'm being exploited as a giant egg, and then eventually I'll hatch into a
Why am I fighting these giant bug monsters? I'm fighting Batra, flying form.
Oh, Batra. What a disappointment. I'll get into that too. But sorry, go ahead.
No, go on. Mothra.
So Mothra very much is a very popular kaiju in the Godzilla universe. And I don't understand why, but I guess I can kind of understand. I guess what I don't care. This is actually Mothra versus Godzilla. Believe it or not, is considered one of the quintessential, one of the greatest Godzilla movies. And for me, believe it or not, really? I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that statement. I actually don't care for it as much as a lot of people do. I think it's all right. The destruction's okay. It's just the fact of Godzilla fighting a moth and then losing to said moth is not...
It's just it's weird.
It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of weird. It's a little embarrassing for me.
I'm going to get fucked by this stupid-ass bat.
Fucking bad.
Why? Because it's a giant moth and he's a radioactive.
Giant radioactive. Yeah, basically.
I'm just saying,
dinosaur. Radioactive dinosaur.
King Kong started on fire as soon as Godzilla. Dude, this moth is gonna kill me. I lost. Wow.
Speaking of it, right?
Yeah. What is this? What is this? This coincidental stuff. This is weird, but I like it though.
Yeah.
It's coexisting with what we're talking about.
I got evolution cells. That's good. So maybe I can evolve.
Very nice. Evolve into
more radioactive.
No, get some of that berry juice. Get some of the berry juice. That'll be fine. Get crunk. You know.
Find a power line real quick.
Power line? Oh god!
Let's just magnetize some power lines to you real quick.
I don't have.
Oh, that feels so good. I feel so.
That's what I mean.
That's what I want.
Clean burning.
Clean burning. But here's the thing about Here's the thing. Godzilla does not like. He does not like power cables for some reason, which is weird because in the first movie he's like, oh, whatever, and then in King Kong versus Godzilla he strikes one of the power cables, and then he's like, damn it, that hurts.
Yeah,
why?
But did King Kong eat it up?
Yeah, he's like, oh, this ain't nothing to me because I draw strength. Because I draw strength from electricity, which is basically kind of a shout out to it originally being Frankenstein. That's why they did that.
Okay.
So that makes a little sense.
That clears that up a little bit. 'Cause I was like, why is this happening right now? Like, none of this makes sense to me.
Why is he getting stronger from electricity? That wasn't what a part of his origin. Oh wait, this was originally going to be a Frankenstein versus Godzilla movie. But back on to Mothra versus Godzilla. Mothra actually gets. I don't want to. Should I say what happens? I don't want to spoil anything.
Mothra versus Godzilla.
Well, I mean, if he's curious, I don't know if you're really going to see it.
You literally just said, like, it's the one movie where Godzilla loses.
Yeah, but there's also more. There's more to it than that. Actually, remember there's an egg with two twin Mothra larvae in there. So basically, Mothra actually gets killed at first. She's dead, and then she has an egg that has two larva babies, and they beat Godzilla, and he gets silked up, and he falls into the ocean, and that's it.
Oh,
okay.
And this is considered one of the greatest Godzilla movies, and that's what I kind of don't understand.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, seems kind of a letdown in my opinion. But I think the film's theme is about corporate greed. That's basically the film of that. You got a businessman who's like, all right, I want to own this egg. I'm going to make money off of this egg. I don't care. Publicity, money, money, money. That's the theme of that movie, basically. There's a lot of that in these movies, but on to the most important one, which is one I actually really do like, is Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. And that's the intro of one of the most popular. That is Godzilla's arch enemy. That is his arch enemy, and from his Joker to the Batman. To the Lex Luthor to the Superman, but this one is a great one. This is a quintessential one as well, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, you get Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla facing King Ghidorah, and it's their first fight, and it's three monsters who can't get along, but they decide to work together for the sake of mankind. Even though it didn't really start off like that, because you have negotiations between Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla. And basically what happens is they're like, Godzilla and Rodan are like, no, fuck that shit. What have humans ever done for us? They don't like us. They hate us. Why should we do anything for them? And then Mothra just decides, okay, that's fine. So Mothra's going to go fight King Ghidorah, get ass handed to her, and then they all decide to work together. And then that is the turning point where Godzilla
And King Ghidorah was called Monster Zero. He didn't really have a name, like, right away.
They introduced that in the sequel, which is called Godzilla versus Monster Zero, or Invasion of the Astro Monster.
Yeah.
Is another title for it. Or just Monster Zero in some titles. Mm-hmm. Which is the sequel to this, where we find out where King Ghidorah originally comes from. He comes from Planet X.
Yeah.
Used by the X-Zillions, I think is what they're called. X-Zillions.
Wait, I know. What movie are we talking about again?
We're good with King Ghidorah. We're past Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. We're now moving on to Monster Zero. Okay. I want to try to expedite because I know we have a time limit here. But no, Monster Zero, that's another important one, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's the first movie where Godzilla goes into space, and this is the birth of the happy dance that Mr. Panic Button over here was talking about, where he beats Godzilla. Godzilla jumps on to King Ghidorah, beats him down, then King Ghidorah flies up, flies away, and then Godzilla's like, "Where are you going? I thought we were having fun!" And then he's like, "All right, happy dance, that's it." And then one of the leader of the X-Zillions is like, "A happy moment. First time we've been able to drive away that Monster Zero and not suffer any damage or loss of life." And I'm like, well played there.
Good.
What era are we at right now?
We're still in the Showa era, and we're in the mid-'60s right now. Mm-hmm. So, it's a lot of fun. But here's the difference. Instead of having it as Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra, it's just Rodan and Godzilla fighting King Ghidorah.
Oh, okay.
And those evil X-Zillions, they trick humans. They trick the astronauts that went up to there and said, "We have the cure for all diseases on Earth in this tape. There you go.
Of course they would.
Right? And if you let us power your monsters, Rodan and Godzilla, to fight King Ghidorah, then, we'll give you this. But it turns out they play the tape, and it's like, you stupid humans, we tricked you, ha ha ha. Now we have control of Godzilla, Rodan, and King Ghidorah was under our control the whole time, you stupid fucks! Now...
So it's basic, just like evil shenanigans going on.
And these aliens and these Exilians are hilarious because they use like sign language almost. They're like,
do the
everything
Exilians
is
come
not
back
here. I don't think so. Maybe Final Wars?
I was gonna say, were Final Wars Exilians? Because the fucking dude calls himself X.
So,
like,
I don't know if that necessarily means they're Exilians, but maybe they are. I don't know. I'll have to look into that one.
Maybe it could be a shout out.
It could be. It could
be.
I mean,
Final Wars.
They wear the same ridiculous costumes. They wear ridiculous costumes in both.
Maybe some survive.
Well, Final Wars was, in my opinion, it was a big clip show.
It was basically a remake. It was basically like a remake.
Hey, remember this monster? Dead. Remember that monster? Dead.
Done.
Remember this monster? Dead.
So dead.
You guys like Sum 41?
We'll get. Oh, I like that song. It was a good song.
I don't give a shit about the song. I just like the reason why they used the song.
It worked for the scene. And worked for the scene.
I guess.
We're killing 98 Godzilla because we hate him. So.
Oh yeah, Quincy. So we'll get to Final Wars, but
oh yeah,
Japan treats 98 Godzilla like a redheaded stepchild. It's awful.
They bought the rights to him. They bought the rights to him just so they can kill him in Final Wars, and it's great.
So they pretty much Goodfellas them.
Yep.
We're
gonna make you, but then not just kidding.
You fucking stupid fuck! Where's my money, man? Where's my fucking money?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Stewie, where's my money, man? You gonna pay me?
Where's my money, man? Where's my money? And then you got, and they call him Zilla. They don't call him Godzilla. They call him Zilla.
Because
he's not worthy of God.
What is that famous?
I thought you probably got Street Cred or something.
No. What is that famous? What is that famous quote, Quince or Mike? It was one of the guys said they took the God out of Godzilla in that movie.
Yeah. What was it? One of the. It was in. I can't remember. I think it was Monsters All Out Attack or something. Or no, it was Godzilla 2000. They're like, hey, there were rumors that there was a Godzilla in New York, right? Yeah, there was that, but our experts have different opinions on that. Meaning, it's basically saying, yeah, that probably wasn't Godzilla. Nice try there. But
no, that was his cousin.
We got 10 minutes until we move on to the next era of Godzilla. So what else we got talking about?
Okay, I'll make it quick.
Because I have to restart. I'm going to restart the clock to an hour.
Okay. Okay. So we move on. We basically fought, King Ghidorah. We're basically done with him for now. We move on to the Island Saga, which is Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, or Ebra, Horror of the Deep, where Godzilla goes up against a giant lobster.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Or that. In the Japanese version, it's translated to lobster. So
it's crazy because it means shrimp. Ebra means shrimp.
Right. And so it's which one are you going for? But
I'm just saying it looks like a shrimp. It doesn't look like a lobster.
I don't know. It's really weird, but this is one that's definitely considered one of the low points in the Godzilla series. I kind of have a soft spot for it because it's it's not in the city, it's on an island. That's kind of new and fun.
It was the one I wanted to see the most too, as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, what, the sea monster? I was thinking this thing was Quincy, let me tell you what I thought this thing was.
Yes, please.
I thought this fucking monster was going to be a combination of a squid and a lobster. The back half was going to be a squid and the front half was going to be a lobster. And of course, when you watch it, it's a fucking shrimp.
The giant shrimp. And here's the thing, though. They don't explain where he comes from, but here's the interesting part about this movie. It was not originally supposed to be a Godzilla movie. This was supposed to be a King Kong movie.
What?
Once again, we should have been this, but turned out to be this because of marquee value. We want to make money. we gonna do it with King Kong?
Yeah, that's
No.
true. No one's gonna
Well,
watch King Kong.
they already tried doing that with King Kong Escapes, where he goes up against Mecha Kong. Yeah, you heard that. Mecha Kong, and that was like a year after this movie came out.
I forgot about Mecha Kong.
Yeah, you forgot about Mecha
there's
Kong?
a Mecha Kong.
It was the dumbest. It was the dumbest.
Wait, there was a Mecha-Con?
Yeah, Mecha Kong.
Is it the same aliens from the first one?
No.
Oh no! This is a guy who wanted to take over the world. He's like, I will build a giant Mecha Kong to destroy King Kong, and it's one of the worst. Actually, it's one of the worst like kaiju movies, and it's so bad. The fight between Mecha Kong and Kong is almost like just really embarrassing to watch. And this was Japan's attempt at continuing their version of King Kong, and this suit looks terrible. The King Kong suit looks really bad. And
Both suits look terrible.
It was called King Kong Escapes is the name of the movie that they do Mecha Kong.
Escapes
really
what?
bad.
Yeah, where was he held up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Island?
Maybe they held. Yes, exactly. Both at the same time. They combined.
Kaiju
New
Alcatraz.
island. Kaiju-traz. But
only the baddest of monsters get in.
Mike, what movie are we on right now?
They don't get out. What's that?
Yep.
What movie are we on right now?
Oh well, since we already talked about Ebra, Godzilla, low point in the series. You know, if you want to watch it, by all means, it's not fairly quintessential, but next one,
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure for me. But Son of Godzilla came on after that, and that I do not like because I hate Minya. Minya is the name of Godzilla's son. Minya.
Quincy, this motherfucking thing.
It's ugly.
Let me send you a picture of him. I'm gonna pause the game.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay.
1960, the Son of Godzilla, Minya. And that's what you need to know. Or Manila, whatever you want to call him. Yeah. But Minya, preferably. But yeah, this is has a face only a mother could love.
This version of Baby Godzilla is the most. What the fuck did they think this was gonna be? Like, was this?
It's like it's made out of Play-Doh. It was like so cute and adorable that it hurt.
No,
like they made him a bat. Like they beat his face with a bat, and then they said, "You're Baby Godzilla," and that's it.
It's like they wanted to just oversell its cuteness somehow, just so they could sell stuff. But they realized that like at the end,
all right, I sent it.
God ugly.
God. He's gonna hate this. He's gonna fucking hate this.
All right, let me see what I'm looking at.
I want to
here.
hear this general reaction.
I can't wait.
It's all right. There we go. Phone decided to just give me a little issue there for a second. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it looks like honestly, I hate to say it like this, but it looks like a Godzilla butt baby.
Oh my god.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, and he's also really popular in the famous Godzilla's Revenge.
What? We'll talk about. Yeah, do we have to? We'll have to talk about
we
that.
should talk about it because it's
important.
We got
all right,
5
I'm gonna
minutes
make this
until
quick.
we. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it quick.
Wait, which one are we talking about right now?
We just got done with Son of Godzilla, and now it's on to Destroy All Monsters.
Oh yeah,
the ultimate bash.
This was like all right. Well, how about we take a break right here, and I'll reset the audio. What's it called? I'll reset the recording.
The timer.
Yeah, and reset the timer. To an hour.
This is good though. This has been good so far. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this.
All right, yeah. So guys, we'll be back for part 2. So please stay.
Part 2, kids.
Stay tuned.
Brief intermission break.
Intermission.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. So all right.
Corn on your tarts.
That's right.